Hello. Long time no see. Yet again. If there's one thing I am bad at, it's committing to a schedule for streaming. My schedule does change a lot lately. That's part of it, but... Hi! HH Blue Dynamite. Nice. I like your name. Welcome to it. We're going to play Doki Doki Literature Club tonight. And I started to load it up to make sure that we were ready to go. You got the time right. Yes. Thank you. Who is that? Are you from TikTok or are you from nearby in my life? I don't want to out your identity on here. Anyway, hi. I hope you enjoy this. Oh, you are? Sweet. Okay. Welcome to it. I am on TikTok. Sweet. Awesome. I stream for fun. I'm not a streamer. So we're just gonna have fun with this and see. But I tried to start the game earlier. And it said, it started going off on something, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing a plot point or something. So we're gonna start it now, which is why I brought you to my PlayStation loading screen. But anyway, let's see. I'm gonna make me smaller because I have a feeling that this game is gonna it's gonna have things. Whoa! Why don't I take all of me everywhere? What is happening? Okay. Alright. Situate me. I'm sorry. I just want to make sure that this is not going to take up so much of the screen that you guys can't see the game. Near. I arranged all this earlier and then was like, I should probably check, and I didn't check. It's my bad. Okay. So, this is set up like a computer. Alright. Whee! Okay. Now I can focus. Slightly different from the original from what I've heard. I have watched the game theories about the DDLC. Okay. Size stories, file, mail, pictures, music, settings. Okay, so we're set up like a computer. Gotcha. Why are we cut off? There we go. That makes more sense. DDLC, I guess? This game is not suitable for children or for those who are easily disturbed. Oh, my little things didn't go up there. Hang on. Meow. Okay, let me get my gems moved out of the way for everybody. There we go. Okay, fair warning. There's a trigger warning on this game about lovely cuties. So, protect yourself if that's not your thing. You'll keep your lips zipped for any potential spoilers? Okay, cool. Individuals suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a positive experience playing this game. Okay. I am diagnosably both, so let's go. It was original on PC, which helped with a certain feature that needs a desktop. Ooh, gotcha. Would you like to review detailed content warnings, which contain spoilers? Alternatively, you know what? I don't. I don't want spoilers. Good luck. Thank you, and welcome, Ruby Space. No spoilers, please. I want to be harmed in the making of this video. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content? Okay. Sure. I'm ready to go. I've got my controller. I've got my glass of milk. I'm gonna turn down the desktop audio just a little bit because it is blasting it in my ears. You have milk too? We'll both have strong bones. Okay. New game. Enter my name. Sure. Dun dun dun. Let's just do M. I can't see over my own face. Why is my setup... I'm so sorry to move my entire screen. My setup is whack. We're just gonna go with Mac for now. How's that? Dun 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 dun. That's me. Now let me move all of my stuff over. Here we go. Delightful. Is it a mess? Yes, but that's okay. I missed a word and it didn't sound right. What? Mac? I don't know. I'm sorry if I said something weird. Hey! Do 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 do. You guys let me know if the sound is like a lot on your end, because I had to do the sound through a different way than I normally do it. Or if you can't hear it at all, because I can't tell on my end. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. It's the milk. Oh, I got you. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Uh-oh. I know the feeling. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. She's cute. I overslept again. Should I do different voices for different characters? Or do they eventually have voices? Anyway, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were waiting or thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Mac. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. I do. Now kiss. Fine, fine. Ow. This is the original? Oh, cool, cool, cool. Sweet. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean. Sorry, my ADHD is gonna make me stumble. I guess you don't have it to be mean. I don't. Oh, you don't have it in you to be mean to me, even if you want to. I promise I can read. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. I guess if you picked yes, it will be the different version. Oh, okay, cool. I'm glad I'm playing the OG. By the way, Mac, have you decided on a club to join yet? Club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. I did, or did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Same. It is a problem. Uh-huh. Right? You get it. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years just because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Because she's cute. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to erase her mind at least a little bit. Erase her mind? Ease her mind? I did not read that correctly. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I love her little vest. It's adorable. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. You have the same problem with reading out loud? It just, my brain's like, it's that one. And it most certainly is not. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I'm spacing out. Sorry I'm not doing like a huge differentiation on voices, but my sibling is over and I don't want to interrupt their editing in the other room, so I'm just trying to be like not over the top. Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Oh, that's me. I didn't see that was me. Oh well. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Oh, meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Hi, Noel. How are you? I hope you've been having a good, like 2 months since I last streamed or whatever it was. Last time I spent, 45 minutes on and was like, I'm depressed. I'm not doing this. Goodbye. So I'm back now. Oh, I hope you've been well. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. I'm going to the anime club. Yeah, that sounds more like style anyway. I love literature personally, but, Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. You're doing well? Yay! Yeah, it was like 45 minutes. Right? It was like, yeah, I'm done. I wish there was an anime club at my school. I went to the anime club at my college. The only thing they did was watch Dragon Ball Z Abridged. So I didn't hang out with them very often. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I would sell my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? I'm a boy! Guys, I'm a boy! That's so exciting. Anyway. My trans mask heart is like, technically, for those of you that don't know, I'm non-binary, but trans mask is sort of my leaning, so yay! Come join the dark side. They have cupcakes? Hell yeah. Way to kill the atmosphere. Mac, what a nice surprise. I'm not gonna do too high-pitched a voice because I don't do them anyway. I hate them. I think there were anime clubs at my college. You should have joined. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. But she made the cupcakes though, right? That's all that matters. They're all really cute. Do I have to choose a girlfriend? By the end of this game, is it one of those games? Not sure what they did. My coursework kept me very busy. That's fair. At least you were doing something worthwhile. I was just trying to find an excuse to cosplay. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. Can't tell you. Oh, okay. Ah, she is the cupcake girl. Sweet.
You can just ignore her when she gets moody.
Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls.
Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club.
Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you.
And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right?
That's right. I don't know what voice to give her. There was a petition for an anime club at my high school, but it never went anywhere. Aw, sad times. Let's see here. It's great to see you again, Mac. I don't know. I'm just going to do the same generic voice over and over again. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Mac. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I get a little too excited.
Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Ooh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, it's a Neku cake. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! I had no idea you were this good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first one, then Monica and I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. This might be way too early to say, but if you're still like the style of this, I'd recommend Cooking Companions. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm figuring out that part of the reason I don't stream is because part of it's because I don't have time. Let me move my screen a little bit. Part of it's because I end up like choosing games that either I don't like or I don't have the time to finish, and then I just feel like I just never finish anything, and that's sad. So I need to figure out a better way to do that. So I will take that recommendation and see, because I do enjoy these kinds of games. I'm a narrative game player, storytelling, like in person. That's not English, but you know what I'm saying. So thank you for that recommendation. Let the long COVID settle in. And continue. So Yuri talks with her mouth full and has already mentioned... Oh yeah, I said that. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. There's never a good angle, is there? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. You are the best. I salute you. It's an honor. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I...
Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Hey! Thank you. Okay, alright. I want you to know it's milk for strong bones. And protein. Also welcome, and yes, once again, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Big time. Oh my goodness.
It's not like I made them for you or anything.
Huh? I thought you technically did, Sayori said.
Well, maybe. But not for, you. dummy.
Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Hydrate before you hydrate. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom?
Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looks away. And here's the group Tsundere! Nice.
I meant that, you know. I believe you.
Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
Look at them emojis. Giddy. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica? I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Satsuki the tsundere, Yuri the shy one, Sayori the childhood friend, and Monica the popular girl. A classic harem game. That's what it seems like. You were what? That's what it seems like. Okay. You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Sorry, I was not focusing on what I was reading. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica is a really great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out,
I was like, what?
Putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this crub before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to get to just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature.
So, Mac, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. It's like the brain reads faster than our mouths can speak, right? God. ADHD, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. I'm with Yuri. I love psychological thrillers. They're a delight. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down.
That's what I'm trying to do with my MHA fic. High five! High five! If you ever post it, link me, because I love reading all the fic.
Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? I love some horror. That's good. That's good.
What? What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine.
Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are.
Sayori slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. You have it posted on AO3? Fantastic. I don't know if you have Discord. My Discord is tiny, but it's unlikely events. There is a link on here. If you want to post a link to your story in my Discord, I'd love to read it. Or you can message me on TikTok and send it that way, but I want to read it.
I'm not cute!
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes.
You wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
Thank you. Thank you for sending that.
You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart.
Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for you, Yuri.
Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems.
We all sit in silence for a moment. Silence. We sit in silence, y'all.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone.
Nani? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Mac?
Monika smiles warmly at me once again. I'm getting Makima vibes from you, ma'am. You leader, ma'am. Makima. I'm saying it here. Anyway. Hold on. There's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Yeah, Makima from Chainsaw Man. She's giving me a little tiny flavor of that. She's in charge. Everybody does what she says. She's popular. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it's accurate. It's just giving me a little pinch. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry. I thought... Mac!
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed... I'm about to hiccup. I knew it was coming. So sorry for your ears. Oh my god. Oh, you should see Chainsaw Man. I got to audition for that show. I didn't get it, but I sure did audition. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Chainsaw Man was canceled? I hope not. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Yes, I'm so happy.
Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment.
If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club.
Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Mac, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey Mac, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right. Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stays after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the 2 of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind starts wandering back and forth between the 2 girls. I added starts, but you know. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Perhaps so. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Let's write a poem, y'all. Let's write a poem. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. Is your Discord the same as Twitch? It should be, yes. It should be unlikely events. I'll probably change it to macattack.vo at some point, but for right now, it's unlikely events, because it has been since I was elderly. I mean, elderly? Young. The opposite of elderly. Oh my god. I know that on my main Twitch page, it should have the link to Discord, but the link may have expired because I've had issues with that, so just let me know if not. Okay. Hi. I grabbed my whole screen. I think you, my little child, my little babushka, Sayori's really cute. I love the best friends to lovers dynamic. I ship a lot of things that are best friends to lovers. So, that's speaking to me. However, Yuri seems very deep and intellectual and intelligent, and that also speaks to me. However, Natsuki seems ornery, and I like that. So now, I don't know if I have a favorite. Oh god. This is highlighted. Valentine is. Is it just because I'm on it? Okay, cool. Funny enough, I'm not a fan of childhood romance. That's fair. That's fair. I don't really like childhood romance. It's more like best friends. Like people that just wake up one day and they're like, it's always been you. Why is it been, it's always been you? I'm an idiot. I love it. I eat it up. Just check the Discord link and it looks like it still works. Thank you, Null. I appreciate you. Okay. Vertigo, Alone, Bubbles, Memories, Atone, Disown, Lucky, Valentine, Bed. I'm gonna go with Memories. That speaks to me for some reason. Memories, Friends, Essence, Parfait, Anxiety, Melody, Analysis, Anger, Flying, Imagination. Memories, we're gonna go with Imagination. Childhood, Captive, Starscape, Twirl, Uncanny. Oh! Doki Doki Poetry Slam. Variance and Rain Cloud. Let's do Twirl. Crimson! Sorry. I'm not choosing this for Crimson Riot. I'm not doing that. What are you talking about? You're insane. You're crazy. Alright, let's do Fickle. No, Infallible. Fireworks. Yeah. Let's do Comfort. Let's do Daydream. Let's do, we're keeping this upbeat. Let's do Sunny. Let's do Destiny. Let's do Journey. Let's do Passion. Let's do Love. Let's do Precious. Let's do, I don't know what any of this means. You guys are probably like, no, I don't know what this means. Adventure. Fireflies. Together. Oh my. Breathe. Extraordinary. Kiss. 'Cause why not? Okay. Can't tell you. Okay. That's 20 out of 20. So I'm gonna keep it there. Okay. Nice. Oh, do I have to keep choosing? Or, oh, this is my 20th one. Okay. Vivid. Sure. Okay. Oh my god, I'm so scared. What if I chose wrong? Just a side note, milk is not the best thing for voices. But I'm gonna drink it anyway. Hi again, Mac. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Mac. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
No, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you really have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. No, it's not. Also not good with a phlegmy throat. Yeah, for sure. But I don't give a hoot. It's so good. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I agree. I have some of the most compelling, like, touching the human heart and spirit stuff I've ever read are manga. And some of them are deep, intense literature, but, you know, it's all great. It all came from humans, and that makes it great.
Don't worry, guys. Mac always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with his busy work. With busy work without even asking me. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is that so? You two really are good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Matt can become good friends too. Sayori.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know? Wait, say, who's saying this? Oh, it's Yuri. Wait, Sayori.
Me?
Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do we do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Sent you the fic on Discord. It's mostly All Might-centric because I like to torture my favorite characters. All Might? Oh, sad, but I do love to torture my favorite characters as well. So I will definitely check that out. Thank you for that. High five. I guess this means it's up to me, guys. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out. So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. It includes Midoriya. Aww, my poor boy. The poor broccoli bean. That's alright. My sibling loves Midoriya, so I'll pass it on for sure once I'm done. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected her to kick off some stuff, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Let's go closet diving, folks. Man. It looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slump down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature-related by myself like this? She just gave you a book! You could read a book in the literature club! I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. Yeah! You could! But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Read, boy! Exactly! I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica.
We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though.
Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about.
The problem is the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though.
What do you mean?
Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds.
What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this.
That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes!
Did you hear that shriek?
Cupcakes!
Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that.
You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly.
That wasn't why you suggested it?
Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy.
Cupcakes it is then.
I am hungry.
Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh, that's me. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face smiling, filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair.
Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club.
Does our school have a napping club? I would totally join. 10 out of 10. I'm joining the napping club.
You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it.
Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard.
It's true, though.
Apparently the going home club is a thing. I want to join the going home club. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori.
It's what I do best.
That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you?
Not every day.
That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time?
It's a secret.
I knew it.
Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt.
I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you.
Huh?
Sayori glances around at herself.
How is it written all over me?
You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair's sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down the side of her hair. Of course you do. Of course you do. Trying to straighten it out. Oldest trick in the book. Oldest trick in the book. Man, you really need a brush for this.
My hair's just really hard to get right.
I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe the stain off with my finger.
But nobody would ever notice that.
Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that.
Hey, you meanie.
And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori, why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet?
That's super mean.
Sorry, but you'll thank me later. Any of you can come with me. Just saying, any of you can come with me. Screw boyfriends! Come with me! Join my table! We shall feast. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. I guess these are high school children? That's not what I meant. But any women that are abused by men, or if men can't handle buttons, you know, you can come be my friend. That's mainly what I mean. Hydrate! Ouch. Work up and choose fighting words. Or woke up and chose fighting words today, right? Oh no, we're hydrating again. Oh yeah. Milk. Milk. Ah. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Aw, she's cute. This is really close to her face.
This is so funny.
What is?
Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things.
Huh? Ran out of milk? No! Oh, I worked through the typo. You're good. Dehydration redemption when. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid.
It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you?
I guess.
Hey, be careful. The button might come off.
Come on now. What are you doing? What are we talking about?
Why is this one so hard to close?
Awkward, exactly. I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Oh, of course you do. Does this thing even fit you properly?
It did when I bought it.
If you ever buttoned it, you would notice. Ugh, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. What the fuck? Sorry. What the fuck? Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that?
But it's so stuffy.
We getting the ooh.
It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. We're getting in the weeds, folks! We're getting in the weeds! Oh.
Phew, that's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. Wait, are these some of the things that I chose in my poem? Because I remember the word twirl. Button was in the poem. Not mine, but like in the list of things. Is that? Okay, maybe I'm reading into it. Anyway.
So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you...
Oh.
Then he wouldn't even let you do...
things like this. Okay.
And you take better care of me better than anyone else anyway.
Would anyway. Sorry, I'm processing what she's saying.
So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Okay. That's some logic right there. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
Huh? I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine, fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So, maybe you should come wake me up in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
Aw, but I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Huh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?
Yay! Oh boy, I can't wait to read my English. I can read it.
Mac, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? Excuse me. The poems have lore attached to them? Okay, so I got the PS5 version. There is in here the soundtrack, lovely. Some kind of business card, okay. A literature club membership card. Stickers, which are real cute, you know. Standees, which are super cute. And then this, which is some kind of poem that I didn't actually read. I took one look at it. It said control, and I thought, uh-oh, this might be spoilers. So I didn't read it, But I'm wondering now if it is a poem that one of these girls writes eventually. We shall see.
I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Who should I show my poem to first? This is gonna do things, isn't it? This is gonna be like, which one is your favorite? Oh god. I love them all for different reasons. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, Monica. Yuri's the one that you suggest. Okay, let me go with my gut here. Let me zone out. I'm gonna go with Sayori because I feel like it's gonna be embarrassing. I'm definitely most comfortable with sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Let's see. I'm sorry. I just want to go with my gut since it's my first playthrough. I have a feeling that I'm gonna probably replay this at some point. I just want to go with my gut.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Mac! Eh?
Thank you for your understanding.
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Well, that's not what okay. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Okay, so I could have gotten feedback. I see why you... Okay, that makes sense. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Mac poem.
Oh my god.
And that makes it feel extra special. Like, I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See, it's like I said before, Mac. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that, cause I don't know.
Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Excuse me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue is a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Okay. I want breakfast. You're out of water? No! Hydrate. This is so funny. Sayori. This is just a guess, but, did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You
can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Go for it! Go for it! Go get you some Mitsu.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I will look forward to it. Well, I guess I will look forward to it, y'all. Definitely, Yuri. I learned my lesson. I'm sorry. Yuri's gonna give me constructive criticism. Let's hear it. Rip me apart. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together.
I'm back, says Dynamite. Hello.
The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. Now hydrate? Okay. Cheers. Milk cheers. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to hear my thought process behind it.
Oh, share my thought process behind it. Zach Jacket, my guy. How's it been hanging? How are you? I'm finally back on here. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light. Let me make sure that I am not entirely in the way of this poem. Mirror. Oh, wrong way. Hold on. We'll get it. There we go. Okay, I didn't. Nice. Okay. Ghost Under the Light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glows. Mirror. Bathing.
It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Okay. The light flickers, I flicker back.
Delightful. I love it. 10 out of 10. Cursive reading is your kryptonite. I was an American history major, so I read a lot of letters from people like Hamilton to like John Lawrence and so forth. So cursive is okay for me. But when I first started, it was ace. Okay. I'm okay, got back from the Gulf Shore a week ago, and I already miss it. I bet you do. I bet you do. Was that the picture that... Did you send that picture, or was that somebody else? There was a gorgeous picture that was posted, and I can't remember who did it in the Discord.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Are you actually timing me? Oh, well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Take me back to the beach. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri? And that was me. That was a gorgeous picture. I loved it. And I'm going to correct myself. Later poems will hold secret lore. The current ones are mundane poems. Oh, okay. Okay.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Mac.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all.
She just said I took a long time, and then she said I glanced at it. Which one? Which one?
But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
I say as I lose my voice.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Since I am in a literature club, trying is the key. Oh, we're showing the poems to all of these people. Okay, okay. You're still really proud of that picture? You should be. It was delightful. Natsuki or Monica? I feel like Monica is in charge of this club, so I'm going to just go down the line. We're going to do Natsuki, and also Natsuki's cute as hell. So.
Well,
it's about... Oh,
well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
that's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Ugh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. That one's so funny.
Yeah. I told you weren't gonna like it.
I think it's hilarious. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Oh, that's me. Sorry.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So, I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
It's true. I thought it was hilarious. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, Monica, what you got?
Hi, Mac. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it.
By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better,
I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway,
want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Mac. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
Huh. You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either.
I'm not sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I don't know if he said I'm not sure. I'm sure. I missed it. Fates! Smack! That's my version of hello and welcome back. Smack with affection. Smack with welcome. Oh, goodness. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles.
The overly affectionate Boop got it. You know, like Toph.
But I'll always help you find what suits you most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see.
Well, let's read it then.
Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. All right. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Not lately, recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like this. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Today. Thanks for listening. Oh, and if you thought I didn't bring any, you're wrong. Most people's first word of the year is happy. Excuse me. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm sorry, I missed it. Whew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions, change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's wrong with this language?
Huh? Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Oh, Happy New Year! You can't breathe and talk at the same time. No, you can't. Being afraid to check your bank account is the adult version of being able to check your grades. Oh my god. Yes, it is.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Mac did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all...
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet.
Ugh!
And Mac liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Mac appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Ugh! Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Max started showing up.
What the fuck?
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
Oh, speaking of dentists, why don't they call them x-ray toothpicks? Oh god.
I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Don't bring me into this!
Mac, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Mac.
Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Mac?
Cat fight, no joke, no joke. Oh, you were born too late to explore the Earth, but too soon to explore the universe. Don't tell me that! I want to go in a rocket ship and leave this joint.
Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's gonna be... Oh my god! Both of you need to calm down. I think there's a simple solution. I choose both of you, and I choose all of you, and I think you're all great, and I think I don't need to be included in this. God! I think that Yuri's poem is better. I think that Natsuki's poem made me laugh. And I think Sayori has had enough of me patting her on the head by choosing her first already. So... Oh my god. Again, Yuri, but your choice. I think Natsuki is more my type. Like, meaning I like people that are inherently kind of cranky and sharp. So she's more of the type of person that I would hang out with. But Yuri is... Oh, I don't want to crush her tiny heart either! Oh. Okay, I'm gonna listen to you this time. Natsuki. Yeah, Bakugo, man. If Bakugo came in a 30-something butch lesbian, preferably with piercings and tattoos, my heart would be theirs. Oh god, I just like people that are mean to me, and that's a problem. Anyway, you're right that I liked your poem.
See?
Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different.
That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously.
I understand. Yuri? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, that's... But here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it, and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute.
I see. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry.
But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just show her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place.
Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that...
Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too?
Ugh. Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped, at this point being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. I do feel bad for her. I don't want to crush no hearts.
Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head.
Sayori, she doesn't need to... You know what? I'm going to do that.
It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now.
Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. Can you remind me what your Weiwa name was? It's been bugging me for a couple weeks. One moment. Can you enlighten me what Weiwa is? I'm so sorry. I'm so old. I'm so old. The protagonist is at least diplomatic. Yes, I appreciate that about this character. I didn't want them to just lay into either of them. Knuckles are just elbows for fingers. Ew! Weekend Warrior! Oh my god, thank you. God. I didn't have one because I was just a herald. So I get to create a character next year when I can actually go, because I'm going to a bunch of different therapies for long COVID right now, and they think that I'm going to make some really good progress pretty quick. So once I get the doctor's verification, then I'm going to deep lore create a character, but I didn't actually have a name. I was a herald. It was... What was it? It was... Oh god, I forgot! What was my herald name? Yeah, it was something... I'll have to ask. I don't know their naming game, but the Campbells, Kristen and Caleb Campbell, I'll have to ask what my name was. Because I forgot. I'm so sorry, but part of the symptoms for long COVID is that I have the brain of someone that has a... Nix! Yes, Nix. I'll have to ask Nix. I'm good friends with Nix. What my name was. My short-term memory and my long-term memory are the equivalent of somebody with a concussion right now. I forgot what year it was during my doctor's appointment, so I'm so sorry. I will do some research and figure out what it is, because I wrote it somewhere. It's somewhere. Thank you. I appreciate that, but I am getting better. I'm getting better. Goosebumps are most likely just gibberish in Braille. I want to try that. Oh my god. Yeah, my brain is mush, but you know what? It's okay. We're gonna figure it out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash! No, your poem was my favorite! I thought it was hilarious. Come back! Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right?
I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that.
You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone have not gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think anything less of you.
Well, all right. I believe you. Thanks, Mac. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you as part of this club now.
It's nothing.
One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So,
what thing did Natsuki say?
Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea.
Good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly. Crust is just bread armor? When you see a honeybee flying around, you know it hasn't stung anyone, but when you see a wasp, it could be a mass serial singer. Oh no! Did you know that wasps and bees evolved from the same creature?
But then over time, one decided to colonize and the other one decided to be a literal serial killer. Anyway, pregnant horses are faster because they have 2 horsepower. Oh my god. Smack.
Mac, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself. I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Mac, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. And I hickey burp really loudly into the microphone. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. 'Cause she's cute as hell. Somewhere in Italy there has to be at least one plumber there named Mario. I want to meet them. I know, he can't come to America though, because it's just going to be a bunch of us being like, it's a you! Horses can actually put on up to 15 horsepower. Oh my goodness. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
Whew. Well, you know, Mac, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
I say with milk in my nose. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. 10 a.m. and 12 a.m. both come before 11 a.m. I know, and I hate that. Why? Why is that a thing? I hate it too. I hate it so much. I hate it so much it's making me shake my desk. The tongue is the closest thing humans have as a tentacle. Ew! Why? 10, 11, 12 a.m. 1. Why not? I know. Many tattoos or surgeries have been ruined by earthquakes. Oh my god! I never thought about that! That is so... Oh my god! That would be terrible! Oh my god. Oh my god. You made me check on my little turtle on a skateboard down here. Make sure he's still there. Okay. I'm gonna do one more day. And then we shall return to this next time I stream. So let's do another day. What poem? Okay. Let's see. Prayer, Desire, Mouse. Okay, we've done some of these already. So, we did upbeat last time. Let's do, like, dramatic this time. So, climax. Tears. Grief. Uncontrollable. Unrestrained. Uncanny. Incongruent. Fester. Infinite. Hopeless. Variance. Meanwhile in California, right? Think about the words the girls react to. Okay. I'm gonna go dramatic still. We're staying on this. Disoriented. Unrequited. Philosophy. Heaven sent. Starscape. Unending. Agonizing. Graveyard sounds good. And then the last one is contamination. Disaster.
We're just gonna do nice and easy circumcision and oh my god. Oh no. Oh god. Oh no. Oh god. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. Hair and nails aren't considered gross until they're off the body. That's true. Did you know you can smell your lungs, but your body filters out the smell? The more you know. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the last couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me.
Hi, Mac.
Yo, Sayori! Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get get you in a good mood. But I guess it's the simple things with you anyway. Yep, you'll never know what you smell like. Exactly.
Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
That's not like you at all.
I have my reasons. Why don't you take a look at your purse, Sayori?
What? That? All of a sudden?
No reason, really. What did I just do to the bag? I just want to look at it. I think I misread some of that. I'm following now. Dogs think we go hunt for our groceries. I bet they do. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves one option.
I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't know that she was listening. Pets may have witnessed unsolved crimes. Oh my god, a lot of them probably have. Dogs know we're different species than them. Cats think we're tall, hairless cats. Yes, what is that? What is that? They're aliens. Your childhood ends when adventures start costing money. Who wants a super bummer of a weird fact? I want all kinds of weird facts, good, bad, and ugly. I'm playing this game, which apparently has a twist to it, so I'm down for weird and macabre. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Mac to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. You little... I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution. That! Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there?
Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them.
Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and she tumbles onto the desk. Oh my god. Addiction is giving up everything for one thing, and recovery is giving up one thing for everything. Aww. And I do. It fun. By the time you're 18, you've spent about 98% of the time you'll ever spend with your parents. Yeah. Tough. I heard Markiplier talk about that one, and it, for him, particularly hit home. Oh, it's tough. I think about that a lot. I think about that a lot. My mom is not on speaking terms with me and vice versa, and my dad is in my life a lot, but, you know, you just don't spend every day with them anymore. It's a lot. Most of the things you will own will exist longer than you. It's true! That's why I'm terrified to own a tortoise, but I desperately need to.
Ow! What was... a cookie?
Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around.
Is it a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution!
Retribution!
Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy.
Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the paper and takes a big bite. So good! Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth.
I bit my tongue!
You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie.
Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me.
Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her.
Aw, jeez. I get it.
Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her.
Ooh.
Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie! Way to sabotage!
Hey! Did you seriously just do that?
Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. That's so funny. Posture check! Oh my god. I am like, and hydrate. Nom, 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 nom. You see your parents once a year and they separated this past year. They both live in Michigan 5 hours away. That is tough. I am so sorry. If cereal is considered soup, then milk is considered broth. Absolutely agree. 10 out of 10. I'm practically a neat. Yuri and I laugh as well.
Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori...
Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room.
Ugh, where's Monica anyway?
Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me.
Yeah, I haven't either.
That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay.
Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a...
I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined.
That's true. Excuse me?
Suddenly, the door swings open.
Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything.
Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all.
Sorry, I lost track of it.
You're so strong-willed.
Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about?
Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway?
Well, my last period today was the study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time.
That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least.
I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano.
If you choke on water, you fail the two most important things you need to survive. Oh, humans.
Oh, piano? I wasn't aware you play piano as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano.
That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica.
That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
Yay! That sounds so cool.
Oh, that's me. That sounds cool. Yeah. I'd also look forward to it. Oh, don't give me math. Don't give me math, Fates. Oh.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Mac.
Monica smiles sweetly. Oh my. Hello.
I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready.
I see. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So, did I miss anything? Oh, I didn't miss anything, did I?
Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, it seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it.
Oh, excuse me.
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you How come you have two copies of the same book? Natsuki likes to be in the closet, huh? Wonder when she'll come out, if you know what I mean. Ayo!
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decide to let it go.
I'll definitely start reading it soon.
Oh, that's me. I'll definitely start reading it soon, my dear. Haha, I am here.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Murkov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover.
Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? Glass skyscrapers are just huge cooked sandcastles. It's true. It's neat that it's... Wait, that's what glass is, heated sand, right? Glass isn't truly a solid, it's just an infinitely slow liquid. I gotta think about that one for a while. Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Mac?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. All right. It's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in
company with someone. I lost my train of thought. Yuri is like Izuku, the ramblings. Aww. Midoriya. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
She gives me a little bit of Izuku, a little bit of Amajiks. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean,
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. You see, we're getting some flavor here.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead, I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Aw, she's so cute. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
To
turn the page.
Oh, sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character of, character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But, Mac, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Ugh, it's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long.
Oh. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that all right, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. All right, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
All right. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. You don't have ADHD, my friend, because I would be gone the second I shut the book. Then slip it back into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? You know what? Let's make up with Natsuki. I feel bad.
I liked your last one better.
Nah, really?
Well, yeah. I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It all fell flat.
That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out. I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all this cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha! Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all. I guess that's one way to look at it. Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggling, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. This is funny to me. Oh, God. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers, and I'm gonna tell everyone. What the hell? That's funny as hell. Oh my god. No, it's not bad, right? Oh, Lord. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Don't you know people like that? Of course! It's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of. Oh, afraid if people find out, They'll make fun of you or think less of you.
Like the giant collection of Bakugo Katskis I have upstairs. Don't tell anybody.
But that just makes people stupid.
And tons of Kirishimas. An inordinate amount of plushies upstairs. And figures. It's bad. Anyway.
Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone? And it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things.
Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too.
It's what I do best after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it.
Who should I show my poem to next? Sayori! Oh, I clicked on it. Sayori! I wonder who Amy is. Perhaps a certain quiet bookworm? Perhaps.
Oh, I like this one, Mac. It has some nice feelings in it.
Ah, I'm glad. Still, though, your tone makes it sound like you like yesterday's poem better.
I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. Oh, that's me. I'm so nice. Ugh.
If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just not hear it. Or I'd rather just hear it.
No, I still like this one, I promise. You know, I wouldn't lie to you, Mac. Never, ever.
Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one, then?
Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem.
I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place.
Yeah, me neither.
Why don't you at least try giving it some thought?
Aw, you want me to write something for me? Or you want to write something for me? That's so sweet.
Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point.
Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind.
Well, whatever. Anyway,
let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both? There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad.
happy and sad? I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori.
Well, I like happy most of the time. Oh, the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice, happy rainbow.
Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic.
It is? Maybe I'm getting a little better at expressing my feelings after all.
I'm losing my ability to read.
Thanks, Mac. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay?
Bottles. I bop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret pleasure where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Ooh, come back. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Okay, so we got some toxic positivity here, but you know, she's trying. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding within nooks and crannies. I'm gonna keep my gay out of this. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping.
I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after another, holding them out to each and every friend. Each and every bottle, but every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
What? Baby child, you are using all of your love and your energy on other people, and if you don't do that, you're going to burn out so hard, and then you're going to feel like you're all alone. I've been there, friend. Holy crap. Sayuri, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
My voice is dying, I'm sorry. Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. Maybe just because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it.
Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic.
You got pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayuri's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it, no more than a week later. I feel that. I wonder if this is one of those times, that seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. It's 11 p.m. where you are? Oh goodness. It's 10 p.m. where I am. Please feel free to drop off and go to bed at any time. I am gonna bust through this particular chapter, and then I'm right behind you. I'm going to bed. Alright, we'll end with Monica again. Let's do Yuri.
Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face.
Do you like it?
Mac, how did you pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing.
Maybe that's why? You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty.
I'm not used to this.
Used to what?
I don't know.
It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her.
Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess.
It probably sounds really stupid. Sorry, I didn't want to cough in the mic.
But seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon... Oh god. Increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife.
The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft.
Don't know why this choice is being made.
The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry and more frequently. So my bread is always handy. I probably read that wrong, but we're moving forward. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again.
I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh, that's funny.
Huh?
Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for a strange interest.
Huh? She did?
Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry, I have no reason to.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener.
Let's go, Monica. What you got?
Hi again, Mac. How's the writing going?
Alright, I guess.
I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece.
I wouldn't count on that.
You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today?
Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica.
All right. Great job, Mac. I was going ooh in my head when reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Sorry.
Don't worry about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too.
Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Okay. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaninglessness. Load me. Interesting. Okay.
Huh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I've never really seen before. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the notes. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. My throat just gurgled so loud. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Oh my god. What? You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? Why did he get mad all of a sudden? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. Why are you I mean, I'm saving my game immediately. Okay, everyone. Oh, God. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations.
Don't worry so much. We're going to make it simple, okay? Or keep it, sorry. We won't need much more than a few decorations. The meta-ness begins, yes indeed. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Oh, okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monica.
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all in the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting up those posters, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think that's a bad idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that.
Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right.
Whew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. It is time for bed for me, too. This is the last I shall play, and then I shall save.
I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me.
Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poems in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry. I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident tone fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around at me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica!
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next. Yuri's fired up all of a sudden.
Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium.
This poem is called...
Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save this situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled.
Sayori!
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll all come out the best that it can. The best way.
I see. Okay then.
Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori. Oh, that's me. Even Mac liked it. There we go.
I guess it's a good sign.
What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you nicely. But it might be that other poem wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading.
Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone.
The next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know?
Okay.
Now who's next? Natsuki?
Don't make me go before Mac. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Mac lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki?
It's fine, it's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step to the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah. I'm going.
Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Ugh. Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it?
Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again.
Ah well. Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people?
I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so...
Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. No problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day.
I can't wait.
I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that.
It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Mac, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home.
Hey, Sayori?
Sorry, I was spacing out.
Ah, no wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to.
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Huh?
What would you do?
What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Well,
Honestly, we got a good thing going. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri?
but she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you.
You're so silly, Mac. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Oh, sometimes. I thought that was going to be a continuation, but it's not.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care about so much, but I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time? Hey! This is a good time to save. Save? That's what I've been told, to save my game. This is very cute so far. I have not seen anything dark except for the literature itself. It's very cute. We got a little meta there for a second. Save the game, it said. So we're going to do that. Yeah, my schedule's kind of weird between voiceover stuff and other work stuff. Right now, my schedule's kind of wonky. I think I'll probably stream next Wednesday again. If it's sooner or later than that, of course, you'll know because I'll post it here in Discord and all the things, yada, yada, yada. But thank you so much for hanging out and watching with me. And I'm looking forward to doing more of this. This is a fun one. So anyway, I want to hop off for now. And I'm going to leave you with the usual, of course. Statistically speaking, there's always a chance for unlikely events to take place. Have a good rest of your week and evening. Ta.